We do know our members have been busier than ever, and there's people buying trees from each other to make sure we've got enough trees in the right place to keep everybody happy. And they are saying what's quite interesting is that most members are saying they've got a lot of new people who've never bought a real tree before. I think they want an authentic Christmas, a real Christmas. It's the smell, the decorating, the actual fun of going out and choosing a tree and making that special tradition. So I think we want less glitzy things this year. We want more homespun, home-centred, nice smelling part of the home. So I think it's going to be a different year, but we expect sales to be up, but we won't know that until January, I'm afraid.
First time I've bought a Christmas tree, but because of what's going on this year with the pandemic, and I just think we need to make it extra special this year.
So we opened our stores on the 25th of November, but we would have already been open 2 weeks in the season, so we have lost 2 weeks worth of sale because of the lockdown. It took us a lot of effort for us to lobby various government bodies and get permission for a full trading. It's actually too soon to say something like that for stores. We can say that we have seen at least a 5% increase in our online sales for sure, residential sales. And in stores, yes, people are coming in. Our last weekend was amazing. We were quite surprised by the footfall that came in and bought trees.
So there has been a big push to look at how extended hours over Mondays to Saturdays could really give more options for us all as customers, because I think we all want the flexibility to shop when and how we want, and particularly with the need to make sure that we're all social distancing and all the safety measures are in place and we haven't got too many people in particular shops at the same time. Just extending those hours just gives that flexibility. So I'd really encourage people to, shop perhaps when, they know that the place is likely to be less busy, and to shop early, because to make sure that they get everything that they want in plenty of time for Christmas. retail sales on an annual basis last year were about £380 billion. And what that number ends up with in 2020 does depend a lot in what happens in December, because December is such a critical part of the year. But what we have seen is a huge pivot to digital, to us all using online retail as a lifeline during lockdowns and since in those periods outside, so now as well as over the course of the summer. So that pivot to online has actually made up for some of the shortfall that we've seen, but not all of it. And so what happens in December is really going to tell whether or not we end up in a higher or lower place than we had last year.
I think just more of it. So we've got potted trees, which we can pot out afterwards. That's been very popular, but also the bigger trees. So one of the growers said to me the other day that this year is the year of making sure your tree touched your ceiling. So normally a 6-foot tree would be the kind of 5-6 foot would be norm. This year it's 7 to 8 feet. So we've literally got stars on ceilings as people want to go bigger and better and bolder for this year.